Hello, my lovely army. It is your girl, BTS Saren. Can you believe that 3 whole months have almost passed since our 7 princes were finally reunited? Our boys were busy bees in Los Angeles, pouring their hearts into that new album we are dying for. But now, they are all safely back home in Korea. I am sure they are itching to tell us all the secrets and progress on Weverse Live soon. I cannot wait to see their beautiful faces, can you? Now, grab some tea because we need to talk about our precious Jimin, who came back to us on June 11th. It feels like a lifetime ago. But do you remember when actress Son Dawon, who was rumored to be close to our Chim Chim, dropped a video on TikTok that sent the whole fandom into a frenzy? In the clip, she looked like the lead in a romance drama, waiting anxiously in front of an apartment elevator. Then the doors slid open, and there he was, our Jimin! She jumped out to surprise him, and his reaction was just too cute. He looked so startled. His eyes went wide as he asked, "Did you know I was coming?" It was a candid moment where he sweetly complained, "I didn't tell you on purpose." My heart skipped a beat, seeing him so off guard. Now, the video vanished into thin air shortly after. But you know how fast our detective armies are. It had already spread across the globe. And the location? Ugh. Everyone is whispering that it was actually Jimin's private sanctuary. Why? Because eagle-eyed fans spotted 9-1 written clearly in English on the elevator. As many of us know, our superstar resides in the luxurious 9-1 Hanam complex. She had dropped little hints before, like breadcrumbs, but this was a full HD reveal of our boy. It felt different this time, didn't it? Like a secret line had been crossed, invading his personal bubble. Right in the middle of this storm, the very next day, Jimin landed back from Los Angeles. He slipped through the airport quietly, avoiding the cameras. My heart ached seeing him so guarded, while the agency stayed completely silent. But wait, yesterday on the 31st, Big Hit Music finally broke the silence with an official letter. I was so relieved. They basically said, "We stayed quiet to respect Jimin's private life and the person involved." However, because the rumors were spiraling out of control and wild stories were flying everywhere, and because so many false narratives were hurting our hearts, they felt they had no choice but to step in and set the record straight for us. Here is the tea, Army. They confirmed that our artist did have feelings for her in the past. But, and this is important, that was years ago. They are not together now. They asked us gently regarding these private matters to please stop the wild guessing games and reckless speculation. They also asked us, with so much class, to please refrain from attacking the other person involved. That was the official word from the top. I felt such a weight lift off my chest. The official seal is broken. It is a fact. They were once a couple. The internet went wild. Everyone was asking, wait, so the love story was actually real? I know so many of us wanted to believe it was just Photoshop or a one-sided daydream. But deep down, looking at that video, that smile, that voice, it was unmistakably our Jimin, looking so comfortable. Though, I have to say, he did look a bit younger in the footage, don't you think? Seeing these videos leak now, it feels like a bittersweet goodbye from the past. It confirms the chapter is closed. Breakups are hard enough without the whole world watching. My poor baby, it must be stressful. And can we talk about Big Hit? It is the first time they have ever confirmed a dating rumor. I was absolutely shook. Usually they're like a stone wall, ignoring everything, no matter how loud the noise gets. What changed? I wonder, maybe they had to protect him? If they didn't speak up, who knows what else might have been leaked from their memories? Perhaps by bringing it into the light, it puts an end to the mystery. Some say it was about claiming that title of the girl Jimin loved. I know a lot of Jimin stans fought hard, saying, "No way, she is not the one." They analyzed everything. Look at the shoes in the hallway. Why was he surprised? Surely a friend let him in. We were all Sherlock Holmes. We tried to convince ourselves it was just a random moment, but the truth turned out a little differently. But honestly, that denial came from love. We just didn't want our precious boy associated with someone who would spill his secrets. We only want his happiness. It breaks my heart to say this, but it seems our silent prayers didn't quite reach the heavens this time. And just as the whispers suggested, I believe this is the first time the agency has stepped out of the shadows to confirm a past romance. For them to go this far, it feels like they were backed into a corner with no choice but to reveal the hidden truth. The shadows were deepening, with anti-fans trying to spin malicious lies that our precious Jimin was still in that relationship and even living with her. Such rumors are a poisonous strike against Jimin's image, so the agency had to shout to the world that he is currently single and free. And in order to protect his present, they had to make a difficult sacrifice regarding the past. I think they decided they had no option but to admit, yes, once upon a time, there was a connection. Or perhaps they feared that if they denied everything, she might drop an emotional bomb that would cause even more damage. I suspect the truth lies somewhere in between those two possibilities. Maybe it's a mix of both. Of course, everyone has their own feelings about this, but let's face it, our BTS boys are utterly irresistible. It is their destiny to be loved, and this might not be the last time we face such a storm. If I'm being honest, as we walk this flower path together, we will likely hear similar whispers about the other members in the future too. But we are strong, aren't we? We need to accept reality with grace and keep our heads held high. Let's continue to pour our endless love and support into them. As for Son Dawon, releasing that old video of Jimin was truly a heart-wrenching move that crossed the line. It was something that really should have stayed buried in the sealed pages of the past. But honestly, questioning why she did it doesn't matter anymore. The moment has passed. It must not happen again. Let's make a pact to stop mentioning it and stop digging for clues. Let's let our Jimin breathe freely. Even if their fates crossed once, they are strangers now. Let's not let the past cast a shadow on his bright present. I am praying with all my heart that peace returns to our fandom and nothing else shakes us. The agency has spoken, so let's treat this as the finale of that chapter. I really want to believe that we can all smile together again. Now, let's cleanse our souls with some joy. Our golden boy Jungkook returned from his song camp in LA on June 11th. And guess what? In the middle of the night, like a surprise gift, Jungkook turned on Weverse Live just for us. Happy 28th birthday to our beloved eternal maknae Jungkook. I'm screaming with joy. My heart is racing just thinking about it. So let me break down this adorable live stream for you, my lovely armies. First up, the moment that made us all tear up. Jungkook sending his love to his parents on his special day. As soon as his birthday hit, he thanked his mom and dad for the gift of life. He promised, "I will live even healthier for you." He sweetly told them, "Mom, Dad, please spend my money and do everything you want to do. Just stay healthy." Oh, my heart is melting. I think he truly cares about his parents' happiness, even more than his own. What a filial son. Then our humble bunny continued saying, "Just because it's my birthday doesn't mean something huge is happening." He tried to play it cool, saying, "It's just the day I was born, in the middle of my daily routine." He's so calm about it, isn't he? But we know the truth. He came online because he knew how much we wanted to celebrate him. He did it for ARMY. His ability to feel our love and return it tenfold? I was so surprised and touched by his kindness. Next topic. Jungkook's passionate goals for age 28. He paused and asked, "Wait, what kind of year do I want?" He got confused about the year for a second, so cute, but then declared, "Until next September, I want to live passionately." Hearing him speak with such fire in his eyes made my heart swell with pride. Jungkook is always so disciplined with his singing and dancing, so this determination is just proof of his legendary spirit. Since the new BTS album is destined to drop before next September, he's gearing up to give his absolute all for the group activities. I'm sure he's imagining that glorious reunion just like we are. I know he's working out like a beast and dieting right now, but I hope he takes a break to breathe. We love you just as you are, darling. Finally, the shocking news. Jungkook got a new piercing! But oh my gosh, the tragedy that followed. He chipped his tooth! He pierced near the mole under his lip. He looked at us and asked, "This piercing looks good on me, right?" Yes, baby. It looks dangerous and sexy. But then, the clumsiness we adore. He was munching on a snack, bit the piercing, and cracked his tooth. He said it feels like eating sand. No. He kept touching it, complaining that it was snagging. Poor thing. It must be so annoying for him. It seems beauty comes with a price. Even eating has become a challenge for our handsome prince. To think his precious tooth chipped over a snack? Please be careful, Jungkook. We need that bunny smile to stay perfect forever. Now, for the fourth topic, my heart actually races a bit talking about this. It's about the intrusion incident at our precious Jungkook's home. First, let me walk you through the shocking news that broke yesterday. The Seoul Yongsan police station revealed on the 31st that they have forwarded a Korean woman, let's call her A, to the prosecution for trespassing. It turns out, on the night of the 30th, around 11:20 p.m., this person tried to invade the sanctuary where Jungkook lives. She boldly entered the parking lot of his detached home without permission. But thankfully, police were called, and she was arrested right on the spot. They say the police are still investigating how and why she did it. When I saw this news yesterday morning, I was so worried I could barely breathe. I think Jungkook probably saw the articles later too, but he addressed it himself. Someone paid an unwanted visit, and yes, it became a serious police matter. He laughed it off, but his words were sharp. He said, "Please don't come here. I am begging you, do not come. Do you really understand? Once you enter my parking lot, there is no escape. You literally cannot leave unless I give the permission. I have surveillance cameras everywhere. If you don't want to end up at the police station, stay away. Got it?" He was actually watching her on his monitor. He said, "I saw the police arrive. I heard noises down in the parking area, so I checked. She was trying to open the door. And then she actually got it open. But boom, the police were right there waiting. Apparently, she told them she was my friend." He sighed deeply. "Look, armies are my family and my friends, but this was just unfortunate. I am grateful you want to cheer for me, but I have evidence and everything is recorded. So if you really want to ride in a police car, then sure, come over." That is exactly what he said. It sounds like his home is a fortress. Once you are in, you are trapped. I honestly found myself wondering, how on earth did she get in? It sends shivers down my spine. But it just proves that his security is absolutely top tier and impenetrable. Even if you go, you will never meet him, and the police will arrive instantly. So please, my loves, let's never cross that line, okay? Moving on to the fifth topic, our lovely Jungkook. Everyone kept telling him to sleep because he looked so exhausted. And to be honest, yes, our buddy looked quite tired. He explained, "I couldn't sleep well. Finally drifted off at 2, woke up at 9, struggled to sleep again, and was fully up by 10. Then he worked out, ate some poke, worked out again, and came home." No wonder he was drained. And when fans begged, "Please go to sleep," he just laughed. I appreciate that you care, but I am fine. Really, I will go sleep when I feel like it. Then he said the sweetest thing. "I need to stop yawning, but even if I'm sleepy, I want to stay here. I'm happy just being with you. Even without talking. It feels like we are truly together, doesn't it?" Oh my god. I think my heart just melted into a puddle. I know he yawned a few times, so I understand why you were all worried like protective moms. Everyone just wanted him to rest because we love him so much, right? But I think if we say it too many times, it might make him feel uncomfortable. Jungkook is a grown man after all. He knows his body best and will sleep when he needs to. People say the same thing on Taehyung's lives too. And I always worry it might cut our precious time short. Now, for the sixth topic, the highlight of the night. Jungkook gave us a private concert using his home karaoke machine. He started with the tearjerker, Still With You, then blessed us with 3D, Closer to You, and the heartbreaking Hate You. He kept going with 7, Shot Glass of Tears, Somebody, and the masterpiece, Standing Next to You. He even sang Too Sad to Dance and Yes or No. He literally sang almost every track from Golden for us. But wait, there is more. He sang Harry Styles' song Golden too. Did you guys know that one? And then he brought back the vibe with Soda Pop. He sang that during the LA Live too. Hearing his karaoke voice after so long, it was absolutely heaven on earth. He really listened to every single request ARMY made. It was supposed to be his birthday, yet here he was, giving us the greatest gift of all. The only way we can repay this is to love him forever. So those were the 6 topics I wanted to share with you all today. He kept his promise and came to Weverse Live, which honestly made me so happy I could cry. That karaoke session was the absolute best. even though he just got back from LA, now that he is back home in Korea, I have a feeling we will get to share more cozy, beautiful moments like this together. I truly hope he graces us with endless Weverse lives in the future. But witnessing his intense battle with muscle training and dieting, my heart aches for his hard work. What do you think, my lovely army? We never want him to push too hard, yet our hearts secretly tremble in anticipation, don't they? It is simply impossible to take our eyes off Jungkook now. Let us look forward to his glorious future with bated breath. When I look back, the emotions come crashing down. Last June 12th, our Jin finally returned to our arms after leaving in December 2022. Then, like a miracle, about 4 months later on October 17th, our sunshine Hobie came back. I am sure many armies cried tears of joy that day. And this year, the stars aligned on June 10th for Namjoon and Tae, followed immediately by our Jimin and Jungkook on the 11th. When Yoongi finally returned on June 21st, BTS became whole once more. It was the most touching moment of our lives. The 7 of them stayed in LA to craft a masterpiece album for next spring. And now, the Kings have finally touched down back in Korea. What destiny awaits their future group activities? And when will the thrilling details of the world tour finally be revealed? I was so incredibly happy to share these heart-fluttering updates about our boys today. Just thinking about it makes me smile. That brings us to the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for watching and sharing this love with me. Please subscribe so we can keep supporting them together. I love you all.